I just exposed the biggest fraud, the biggest scam in history with Prop 37. Prop 37 was an attempt, was a Trojan horse attempt to fast track Codex Alimentarius. When I first became aware that there was a Prop 37, I instantly knew it was a fraud and a scam without looking into it. And but the more I looked into it, the deeper I looked into it, the more horrifying the real truth became. And the truth just began to unravel more as I looked into it, and it turns out it was a fraud upon scam, multi-layers. Basically what Prop 37 was like, it was exactly like a malware virus, like a malicious software thing, where you click on it and then you're infected. It was a Trojan horse, pure Trojan horse. What it was an attempt to get Codex Alimentarius fast-tracked. So it's like you click on something that looks good on the outside, like something that pops up on your screen that says you want $1 million, and so you have this knee-jerk reflexive reaction. You can't help but click on it, and then you get a virus, like a Trojan horse. That's what Prop 37 was, and it was a gloss. They glossed it on the outside as something good, something that's quote-unquote anti-GMO legislation, finally. And so everybody just jumps on it without reading it. Of course it failed. It didn't pass. But the scam still continues because what it really was hasn't been exposed. And so it was an attempt to take a great leap forward with the agenda of GMOs. Just as I knew it would really be an attempt to lock GMOs into the food supply under the guise of being something that's against them. I knew that on the surface without looking into it. But as I looked into it, the full magnitude of the scam became apparent from the people who really back it to what's really in it. And so it failed. It didn't pass. And so we stay on the agenda moves forward on a slow pace. It was just like a trial balloon type thing a little psyop that they did to see if people would bite on it. It was just like they cast something out as an experiment, put some little piece of bait on the hook and throw it out there and see if the people will bite on it, just in case. And if they do, then fine, then Codex Alimentarius is instantly fast-tracked, because it's fear-based. That's how they get people to jump on things instantly without looking into it. That's why they use disinfo agents like Alex Jones and people like him, to get you pumped up with fear so that you stop thinking things through. And that's Alex Jones was one of the main proponents of Prop 37, and all the related media outlets that push this controlled opposition. You notice that they always try to hype people with fear. That way they jump at things with a knee-jerk reaction without looking into it. And so they were trying. Alex Jones failed because they were trying to put Codex on a fast track by building this back door into something that on the surface looked anti-GMO, and they know that people are so pumped up with the fear that they'll jump on things and not realize that it's got the backdoor malicious software built into it that kicks in Codex Alimentarius. It's in the fine print. So they were just trying to put the whole agenda that on the surface it's made to appear, it's a Trojan horse. It's made to look like a gift, something good, but it's got the malicious software attachment attached to it, inside of it. So it's made to kick in the very thing that it's made on the surface to look like it opposes. That's how they do it. So people like Alex Jones scare people into accepting anything that they perceive will stop GMOs. But he failed. The sad thing about it is that the reason Prop 37 was defeated was not because people realized what it was. It was because people really don't know the truth about GMOs. And so the scam will continue. And Alex Jones's cover won't be blown because his whole cover that he has of being this anti-GMO guy will be preserved, and his followers will think correctly because the Prop 37 was never exposed the way I tried to expose it. The truth of it was never exposed, so the cover of this whole scam is still intact. And the way Alex Jones will spin it, and you saw he did a damage control where he decried the fact that Prop 37 went down in defeat and started crying voter fraud. And the other spin is how ignorant the voters must be, and there's fraud and boo-hoo, trying to maintain the cover that Prop 37 was real and hide the truth about it. But what it was an attempt to put the whole agenda that Alex Jones pretends to oppose, which he really works for that agenda, on a fast track.